Now, a scathing Constitutional Court judgment against the Public Protector Busisiwe Mkhwebane has sparked renewed calls for her to be struck off the advocate's role.
This has also emboldened calls for her removal from office. Mkhwebane lost her appeal against paying a punishing cost order issued by the North Gauteng High Court. In setting aside a report on the Reserve Bank and Absa Bankorp matter, the court held Mkhwebane personally liable for the cost.
This will see her paying 15% of the legal fees, amounting to more than 900,000 rand out of her own pocket.
The Public Protector yet again in the firing line.
In addition, this court upholds the High Court's finding that the Public Protector acted in bad faith and agrees with the High Court that she exceeded the bounds of her potential indemnification under the Public Protector Act. This court holds that the Public Protector's entire model of investigation was flawed and that she was not honest about her engagements during the investigation.
A judgment putting Busisiwe Mkhwebane under further pressure, but she maintains she had acted in good faith during her investigation.
I never told falsehood under oath. All the documents, we will study the judgment and we will also study what is the reasoning behind that, because our papers were very clear what transpired during the process.
But if it were up to Chief Justice Mogoeng, a punishing cost order against Mkhwebane would have been lifted. Writing for the minority, Mogoeng disagreed with the majority of his colleagues. Now, accountability now, however, wants Mkhwebane to be struck off the roll by the Legal Practice Council.
Really, the business of the Justice Portfolio Committee in Parliament. So in January 2017, we wrote to the Justice Portfolio Committee with all of the evidence that we have in relation to her lack of competence and her lack of integrity. And since then, there has been one-way traffic between us and the Justice Portfolio Committee.
Others say the judgment will have a negative impact on her integrity.
There's a failure to clarify and a failure to submit in a report that she did have secret meetings with the previous president, and in addition to that, the head of the State Security Agency. So if you throw that into the mix and you look at what your duty is as a head of a Chapter 9 institution and what standard you have to meet in terms of your investigation, the Concord came back and really echoed what the High Court has said. Listen, you fell far short of what was expected.
Now the Public Protector says she will study the judgment before giving a comprehensive response. Abongile Dumako, SABC News, Johannesburg.